7 News, Today in Florida.
Here's a live view of North Bay Village on this stormy Tuesday morning. Another wet start to our day. Yesterday was no joke.
Yeah, let's get you a check of area weather as we kick off your Tuesday. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Plex with the first look for us. Hey, Erica, good morning.
Hey, Tavares, Alex, and any rain that we get today will be make things worse than it already was yesterday. We saw so much flooding across South Florida, multiple flood advisories at a time. At one point, there were about 6 or 7 flood advisories that had been issued in Miami-Dade, in addition to a flash flood warning. So it's a very complex setup that we have going on right now. In the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, so way up high, we have an upper level disturbance in the Gulf right now. You can see that counterclockwise circulation tapping into moisture, bringing in but what it's doing is also causing showers and thunderstorms in the area and pushing it towards us here and towards the north. Lots of moisture in place for rain to develop. At the surface, we have a front that's fizzling across the state. That's the dotted line that you see here. You can see that general flow of that upper low. But along that, an area of low pressure will be developing, and that's the area that the National Hurricane Center is now watching for possible development as it drifts towards the northeast and moves away from South Florida. Regardless of what happens with that, we're expecting showers and storms and for unsettled weather to continue. We have a flood watch now in place for Miami-Dade and Broward County. An additional 2 to 4 inches will be possible. Some spots could even see higher than that, and it's for Miami-Dade and Broward and all of mainland South Florida. We're starting off the morning once again with plenty of rain. Broward, you're so far quiet. Northeast portions of Miami-Dade, we're starting to see some of that light rain push through, but it's areas from Coral Gables, Pinecrest, Kendall Lakes, Country Walk, all the way down into southern Miami-Dade, through my homestead in Florida City, and especially right now across the Florida Keys, where they've been seeing thunderstorms and very heavy rain. That's now starting to lift north. But if it lifts north, that means it's going to mainland areas of South Florida. Closer look at your forecast in the next few hours. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Eric, on the stormy conditions already causing a big mess across South Florida.
7's Jordan Segundo in Miami with a look at how people are bracing for more rain.
Severe weather to start the week across South Florida. From Miami-Dade to Broward County. Mother Nature on full display. Saturated streets leaving cars stalled out. Wild winds wreaking havoc on trees and power lines. The wicked weather began early Monday afternoon and continued for a few hours, making roads look more like rivers. From a downtown Miami high-rise, a bird's eye view of the traffic piling up, all thanks to flooding below the 395 overpass. Flooded roads near the Adrian Arch Center, and on Biscayne, a dangerous situation for drivers. In Brickell, sandbags placed in front of businesses hoping to prevent water from coming in, but on Southeast 9th Street near the Brickell City Center, water completely covering the sidewalk. The driver of this sedan second-guessing themselves before attempting to drive through. And this luxury Lambo taking its chances driving through town. But the rain, not the only issue. Strong winds bringing down trees and power lines across South Florida, like this one on Southwest 30th Court and 21st Street. Despite the wild weather, life still goes on, but get ready. More severe weather is expected today.
We literally have left the apartment for the first time today.
It's been pouring all day. It's definitely getting a bit flooded. It's a little bit hard.
Well, round 2 of the severe weather has already begun here in South Florida. Here in the Brickell area, pumps have been placed around town to help with the drainage system. But again, more flooding is expected. For now, reporting from Brickell, Jordan Segundo, Today in Florida.
Just one station with a new body cam video of the moment a Miami-Dade County deputy was arrested. That deputy charged with assault after a troubling night out. But now it's case closed. 7 Sheldon Fox explains why in this exclusive.
We're conducting an investigation.
I understand
Can
that.
you please place your hands behind?
Cuffed.
Turn around.
Body camera footage obtained.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there in his seat. And he's coming This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Welcome back, everybody in the building. Welcome back, everybody. We got a lot to talk about today. Holy shit, it is raining down here in Miami. I can tell you that right now. I'm taking a look at the forecast. It's been raining all damn day. Everybody in the building right now, it's Tuesday, already the 3rd of June. Everybody in the building, welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. We're watching live right now. I love and appreciate you. I see all the people coming into the building right now. Here we go in the chat right now. Let me take a look and run through these names in the building right now. Nathan, how you feeling? Lala in the house. George Pearson in the building. Stevie's girl is back. Candy in the house. Let's go. Who else in the building right now? Let me scroll down and see. Pitbull, Mom, our beautiful moderators are here, hanging out with us early, ready to go. We have in the building Hammer Time. Roger in the house. Holy shit, we got Dorothy in the house. We got Robo back in the building. We got a lot. Big Bill in the house right now. By the way, we got Hammer Time after this show. I got to talk to you, George Pearson, after the show. Make sure you're on Instagram. Send me that message. I got an Instagram message from you. I had to verify something in the chat. Make sure that was you. We got money going out to you. People in the building. Holy shit. We got a lot to talk about this morning. People in the chat. Will Donald Trump pardon Diddy? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat right now. Do you think it's possible? People, listen, this is a big conversation. People that are coming to the chat today. There's a lot of crazy people out there saying a lot of crazy things. If you're watching live in the chat, our new update right now, so you know, as soon as we hit 100 likes on the platform, we spin the wheel right away. That's the new sequence in here. We're already at 11. If you're watching live right now, smack that like button. If you're watching on your mobile device, make sure you double tap that screen. As soon as we hit 100 likes on the live stream, we're spinning the wheel every day as soon as we hit 100 likes. So make sure you do that. We're watching live right now in the building. Let's dive into it. Listen, people, in the chat, yes or no, will Trump pardon Diddy if he is convicted? I got videos for you today to see. I got a lot of information for you to see. I have things that you got to see today. I want you guys to see both sides. You know, I bring it to you straight. I bring it to you unbiased. So you guys can see everything that's going on. In the chat right now, if you guys can hear me loud and clear, put a Y in the chat right now. I want to make sure you guys can hear me because we're getting ready to dive into it. And yes, as soon as we hit 100 likes, people on the chat, we're spinning that wheel, giving out some money. We're ready to rock and roll, and I'm going to dive into it. I'm going to show you some things today that you got to see. I'm going to pull up these videos that you got to see. People in the chat right now, we got people that are looking at both ways right now. We got people that go, look, he's going to pardon Diddy, 100%. And then we got people that are like, there's no way, shape, or form that it will ever happen. In the chat so far, 62% of people are saying no way. That means there's some people out there that still think he's going to do it. In the chat right now, everybody, what we're talking about, can I get every single one of you watching put Diddy in the chat right now? Everybody, follow my lead. I'm about to drop it right now in the chat. Everybody, put Diddy in the chat right now. Let them know what we're talking about. Put Trump in the chat. Let them know what we're talking about. Put Diddy and Trump in the chat. Let them know what we're talking about because we're getting ready to dive into some conversation you got to see. And I got videos. And look, I got to show you the truth. Every time I come on here, I show you everything. I show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and I got to give it to you unbiased. So I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. I'm going to drop some stuff for videos for you guys to see the relationship that Trump and Diddy actually had. How close were they? Did Trump spend a lot of time over there at those parties? Did Donald Trump spend a lot of time with Diddy? You know, his wife, was she over there? Melania, we got videos of that. Do you think there was a connection there? Did Diddy, we'll get to this too, did Diddy hurt his opportunities to get pardoned by Trump by talking all that shit in the last last few months? As soon as Donald Trump won the election, shit got silent. But before that, Diddy was running off at the gip. Diddy was running the mouth, right? Will it hurt him? Will it help him in the situation if he's convicted? If Diddy gets life in prison, he's going to pray to God and wish that Trump was his best friend. I got clips on that for you guys to see right now in the chat. Where are you based? Right now in the building, some new people coming to chat. Open eyes in the chat. Welcome to the show. Lisa Lindsay is back in the building. Welcome to the show. RB back in the building. Welcome to the show. By the way, your comments in the chat, the more you leave comments and communicate in the chat, you will get a crown next to your name. You see that crown? That means that you are commenting during the show. That means that you are building up momentum in the show, and you are becoming a bigger part of the show that day, which means you get a crown next to your name. You can see right now, I believe there's Nathan, Pitbull, Mama. There's 3 crowns ready in the building right now. I'm taking a look at it. Lala's already got a crown. Okay, I see it going. We'll see how that ends up toward the end of the show. And make sure those polls right there, it is almost 50%, 59%. So it's almost 50-50 right now where people think that it's possible. Octavia Wright in the building. Welcome to the show. And if you're here for the first time, let us know. But first time, so we can shout you out and make sure that we're getting. Now, let's take a look at some of these clips, people. Here's a clip right here when Donald Trump was asked, will you pardon Diddy if he is convicted? We're going to start with that. Let's take a look.
Back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
This is big conversation. Now I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna give you my opinion. Derek in the building, how are you feeling? Happy birthday. Happy birthday goes out. Octavia Wright, happy birthday to you. Brenda's in the building. Little melting pot is in the house. Here we go. Now people are pulling up. Yes, you see those crowns going out to those beautiful people hanging out with us in the chat right now. Let me open up my other computers here. Time to work in the building. How are you feeling? Welcome to the show. We're going to show that clip again for the people coming in right now. Just coming in. Will Trump pardon Diddy? I got a lot of things to show you today. If you're watching live right now, I got a lot of videos for you. Some interesting shit. So make sure if you're watching live right now, smack that like button. As soon as we get to 100 likes on the show, guys, look at the screen. If you're on your mobile device right now, double tap your screen. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we're spinning that wheel, giving out some money. Let me show that clip one more. Let me show that clip one more time for those people that are just joining us right now.
Back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
You know, here's the thing. You know, I got to give it to you straight. I think Trump answered that. At first, I'm like, whoa, is he dancing around this right now? He's got to dance around it. And then he got to the point at the end. He said, you know what? Whether he thinks Diddy likes him or not, he's going to do what's right. So at the end of the day, we got to decide, you know, you take a look at it. Do you think they were that close? And if Diddy is wrong, if Diddy is found completely wrong, right? He's guilty of this and that, and these further conviction. It goes on and on and on, and he gets 100 years or whatever life in prison. Trump has to evaluate that as the president of the United States, has to look at that and decide if a pardon is worthy right there, right? Like, do you pardon someone if they are guilty of all these things, and there's all kinds of proof and evidence for this, right? If you're watching live right now, make sure you subscribe to this damn show. Make sure you hit that like button, run that up. We got to get to right now 100 likes, people. If you're watching live on your mobile device, you got to learn how to double tap your screen and bring those likes up so we can spin that wheel, give out some money. Listen, I got some other things I want to show you, but here's the reality. Diddy right now is in hot water for a lot of reasons. Everyone watching this show right now, he's in hot water. We know that. The shit is stirring up. The pot is stirring up. Cassie got up there, said a whole bunch of shit. Then you got all the way into a lot of other conversations with Kid Cudi. You got a stripper, somebody that was down there showing up. You got even Capricorn Clark. You saw all these people, witnesses getting up there, and Diddy's like, holy shit, people are coming for the neck, going for it. But the prosecution is trying. The defense is playing hardball, and shit's getting a little rocky. And Trump's like, look, I got to decide. People in the chat right now, if you're first time in the building, let us know. But first time, Paul in the building, TYTT, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. If you're just joining us right now, yes or no, people, will Trump pardon Diddy? Yes or no in the chat. Put a Y or put an N. Now let's get to this piece right here I want to show you. Take a look at some of these clips right here. This is kind of important conversation, and I got to show it to you. These are just some of those things. How close were they? Let's take a look at some of this.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Now you can see right there, close relationship. You know what I'm saying? Close relationship. But what I'm saying is the parties, all the celebrities at the parties, what does this mean? Melania was there. Does it mean they were close enough, right? That's all I'm saying. Does it mean that they were close enough? I'm saying you can look at the clips. You can see the videos. You can see what's going on. People just joining us. I'm going to show this one more time. You just came in. I'm going to show this one more time. We got 200 people in the building. I got to show this one more time as you entered because this is what we're talking about today.
Back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Data, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't. It's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated. Whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
That's an important conversation. Like I told you, when I first heard that, right? I said, wait, hold on a second. He's dancing around it at first. And then I said, wait, no. He's getting to the point here. He said, you know what? People are going to ask that. And they said, your relationship, were you friends with them, whatever. And yes, he was friends with Diddy. A lot of people in this world that were celebrities were friends with Diddy or thought they were friends with Diddy. If you got invited to the party, you felt good about yourself. You get that first invite, you're like, I got invited to the Diddy party. Look, I'm telling you right now, if I got invited to the Diddy party, I'm going to the Diddy party. Why the hell wouldn't you go? Now, after hearing all the shit, you're like, not going to that party because all the shit. It's easy for people today to get up here and be like, I'm not going to a Diddy party. He's a bat. Okay, now, because we know the inside scoop on a lot of things, but a lot of people didn't know. Some people did know, and they still chose to go. But I'm just saying, in the chat right now, if you were invited to the Diddy party back in the day, I'm not saying right now, I'm not saying you know all this other freaky shit. I'm saying if you got the email, if you got the message, if you got your cousin going, your friend going, hey, I'm going to the Diddy party. Are you going to the party, yes or no? In the chat, put Diddy, put yes, put Diddy, put no in the chat right now. Make sure you put Diddy. Diddy, yes, Diddy, no. Are you going to the Diddy party if you're invited? I'm saying, look, I got to be honest. I don't bullshit on here. I come into the chat, I tell you the damn truth. If someone called me and said, you going to the party? I'm talking if we go back, okay? Back in the day. I'm going to the party. Why would I not go? Now, I get you people in the chat. I get you're not going right now. I get you're not going right now. But I'm saying, back in the day, come on, Diggs, you know people. Going back in the day, you know what I mean? Back in the day, I got videos on here, too, of the Diddy party. I got some shit. But what I mean is, why would Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know about it, by the way, we had 100 likes on the platform. We spinning that wheel. If you're coming in live right now, smack that damn like button right now. Yeah, you already know Cat Williams said it best. I got the videos of Cat Williams too on here. I'm going to break that down. But hold up. Let's get to this real quick. Trump is offering a lot of pardons right now. I just saw that clip pop up. I apologize. Hold on one second. Here we go. Trump is offering a lot of pardons right now. So let me pull this up right now. I want to show you guys something of what he's actually doing currently, who he's pardoning right now, and why this is in conversation. And I'm not saying he's going to do it. I'm not saying I support it. What I'm saying is, let's take a look. And we got to read Donald J. Plump. You know, he's a troll in the chat. We got to read what he's got to say. Brandon Mason, okay, let's read what he said. Been calling out everybody that's been at the Diddy party for weeks. Now he's making excuses. Did I call anybody out? I've been telling you that people in the chat, if they were there, I've been asking people in the chat, did I call anybody out? Do I know if any of these people did anything wrong? I just know right now what they're saying about Diddy. So Donald J. Plump's already coming in with the trolling. Makes no sense. I didn't call anybody out because I have no idea what they did at the party except for what they're saying about Diddy, which I actually do believe that he did a lot of this crazy shit as far as Diddy goes. But all these other people, Jay-Z, they've been mentioning, I didn't call him out. I'm just saying this is what's being said. I have no idea what Jay-Z's done. Ellen DeGeneres, she moved out of the freaking country. Have no idea. A lot of people are saying yes. Justin Bieber, all the shit that was going on with him, accusations. He said nothing happened, but people believe that. Usher, people in the chat, you guys already know what I'm talking about, but Donald J. Plump's a troll, so he's got to come in the chat and say a whole bunch of dumb shit. And then he comes in and says that I support Trump pardoning. I don't support anything. What I support is that Trump does the right thing. If Diddy is found guilty and they don't have the proof and evidence behind it, then he should be pardoned. If they find the proof and evidence that Diddy is doing some foul shit and they got all this stuff going on, that goes to the accusations and also to what they're charging him for. If they're not charging him for the shit that they're proving, that's irrelevant. They got to charge him. They're talking about the sex trafficking. They're talking about the racketeering charges, the RICO. They're talking about that. If they prove that shit wholeheartedly, then his ass is going to jail. And Trump should know that you cannot pardon someone like that. That's all I'm talking about. If you get to the point of the part of the show here and you don't understand that, which I know Donald J. Plump struggles with normal conversations that I bring in the chat, and everybody in here knows that. We have a couple trolls that come in. We greatly appreciate them, by the way. I will tell you, I happen to love Donald J. Plump's conversation because he comes in here like a troll, and then all of us can say, get the out of here without putting a hole. You know what I'm saying in the chat right now? You guys know what I'm talking about in the building. So hold on a second. We got 300 people in the house. Make some noise! If you're watching live right now, put what state you're based in right now. We got 300 people in the building. Everybody put what state you're based in. I'm getting ready to show you a video you got to see of who Trump has been pardoning. If you guys haven't seen it, whether you believe it, like it, don't like it, I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. Who has Donald Trump actually pardoned? Look at these beautiful states coming in the chat right now. Look at all the beautiful states coming in the chat right now. Drop it on the list right now, people. Drop your freaking states so we can see where you're based. And while you're doing that, look at who Donald Trump has pardoned. I got to tell you the truth. Whether you like it or not, whether I believe it or don't like it, these are the people right now being pardoned. Take a look.
President Trump has been on an outright pardon spree here at the White House in the last several days, pardoning the reality TV star couple known as the Chrisleys, who are expected to leave prison any day now, in addition to a former New York Congressman, Michael Grimm, the former Connecticut Governor, John Rowland, who was convicted not once but twice in federal crimes. Also, the rapper known as NBA Youngboy, who was convicted in a federal gun crimes case. And the president has also taken his step and used his power to not just issue a slew of pardons, but also he's commuting several sentences as well, including that of Larry Hoover, who was that notorious gang leader in Chicago. Now, every president has the right to pardon whomever they want, and we've certainly seen President Trump's predecessors do that. And President Trump started using his on day one. But what's notable is how early on in his term we're seeing him issue all of these pardons.
So we'll show that again. I don't know if you guys believe it or not in the chat right now. Do you believe some of these people should be pardoned? You know what I'm saying? Do you believe that these people should be pardoned? Take a look at it, people. Let me know what you think. Do you think that he's going to pardon Diddy? Yes or no is what I'm getting at, people, in the chat right now. I'm going to show that again real quick. If you just joined us right now, who has Trump been pardoning already? Take a look.
President Trump has been on an outright pardon spree here at the White House in the last several days, pardoning the reality TV star couple known as the Chrisleys, who are expected to leave prison any day now, in addition to a former New York Congressman, Michael Grimm, the former Connecticut Governor, John Rowland, who was convicted not once but twice and federal crimes. Also, the rapper known as NBA Youngboy, who was convicted in a federal gun crimes case. And the president has also taken his step and used his power to not just issue a slew of pardons, but also he's commuting several sentences as well, including that of Larry Hoover, who was that notorious gang leader in Chicago. Now, every president has the right to pardon whomever they want, and we've certainly seen President Trump's predecessors do that. And President Trump started using his on day one. But what's notable is how early on in his term we're seeing him issue all of these pardons.
So people right now, obviously the pardons are coming in, and this is what presidents do. A lot of them do it at the end of their, term, end of their 4 years or end of their 8th year, or whatever. They come in, they do that. And let's not forget, people, everyone in the chat right now is like, hey, why would Donald Trump pardon Diddy? I'm not saying he's going to do that, but let's not forget something. We do know people like Joe Biden pardoned their own kid, Hunter Biden, right? Why did he pardon him? People in the chat, why did he pardon Hunter Biden? And people are like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Well, it's not okay if he did some bad shit. Why would you pardon someone that did nothing, right? Like, now listen, I'm going to tell you right now, we got to be honest with you guys. I call it like it is. I'm showing you that Trump is pardoning people that maybe he should and maybe he shouldn't pardon. I'm giving it to you straight. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not getting on here saying you should pardon this person or not pardon that person. You guys get on being straight right here. But hold up. We got Democrats who are going to come in today. We got to be honest, because I'm giving both sides. I'm biased. Democrats are going to come in and say, he should never do that. But hold on a second. Hunter Biden, he should definitely get a pardon, right? Like, this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. We got to call a spade, and we got to make shit down the middle right now. If Hunter Biden can be pardoned, right, and we know he did some dumb shit, why would you pardon him, right? If you know he did some dumb shit, then if Trump were to pardon somebody like that, I'm not saying Diddy, I'm just saying they would say, oh, that's bullshit. Okay, then why did Hunter Biden get pardoned? I don't understand that. And even further, why do we even allow people to be pardoned in the first place? Right? Like, it's like, then you say, why do we even allow people to get pardoned in the first freaking place? Like, why is that even a thing? People in the chat, why is that even a thing? And all the people that are just joining us right now, here are 400 people in the building joining us. I'll show you what we're talking about right now. A quick clip before we get into the new clip.
Back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. It's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact.
Hold on, I want to tell you something. I want to pin that to the top, Kevin, except for the same reason you'd pardon your son. 100% agree. I'm not denying that. If that was my kid, if I was in office, we were talking about Hunter Biden being pardoned, why he can get pardoned, and Trump can't pardon other people. Why people get on his neck, but not on. So if it was my kid, I'd do the same thing. 100% agreed. 100%. If it was my kid, I would say all the same thing. And you know what? Why the hell wouldn't I? Look, Kevin, I got to give it to you straight. I'm not going to come in here and say a bunch of bullshit. I mean, if it was my kid, I would 100% pardon him. But what I'm saying is this. If Trump were to pardon his kids, they'd say, oh my God, that's bullshit. But then I'm talking about how the Democrats view it, okay? I'm telling you like it is, because look, I'll give you both sides. I'm showing you right now so people don't get the panties in a bunch. Women out there, men out there, some men wear panties. I'm just saying, I don't know, whatever the hell you do. But I'm just saying, okay, if you take a look at it, if you're watching, the Democrats, Republicans are going to evaluate Trump and go, why would you pardon Diddy? And I agree. If he's guilty and he's wrong, I wouldn't pardon his ass either. I let his ass sit there and he's got to go to jail for whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is, if you don't pardon him, then you're going to get Democrats going, oh my God, why would you let that black man get, Why would you let that black man get in trouble? Why would you not pardon that black man? You should stand up for black people. And then if he pardons them, they're going to go, oh my God, why would you do that? He's a bad person. Like, they find a way to victimize. It's always a situation in which they try to find what's wrong about what you just did. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to find the right in what you did. They find the wrong in what you did. And I'm just telling you, because I'm looking at both sides. If Trump were to get on here and do some dumb shit, if Diddy is found guilty 1,000% with all this shit and RICO charge, they show videos of sex trafficking, they show videos of underage kids and all this shit, 100%, I'm going to agree that his ass should be in jail. If Trump pardons him after that, I'm going to be upset about that. 100%. Right? Now, that's because you see what's wrong and what's right. I don't care what side you're on, Republican, Democrat. But I will tell you, whatever he decides to do, you're going to have Democrats pissed off at him for whatever decision he makes. So I'm just telling you right now, people in the building, you know what I'm talking about. People in the chat, I'm just calling it like it is. I'm calling it like it is. Take a look at this real quick. I got a video for you guys to see. Now, Diddy was a friend of Trump, and during the process of political stuff, Trump lost a lot of friends. Obviously, they said, you got to go Democrat. So take a look at this. Do you think that Diddy hurt his own situation by going against Trump? Take a look at this.
White men like Trump need to be banished. Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America messed up. White men like Trump need to be banished. Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America messed up.
Come on now, right? So now you got Diddy, right? By the way, in the chat right now, I'm taking a look at the people in the chat right now. If you're watching live, everybody put Diddy in the chat right now. 500 people in the building. Everybody put Diddy in the chat right now. We're talking about Diddy. Let YouTube know what we're talking about. Put Trump, put Diddy, put both. Put Diddy, then Trump. I don't give a damn how you do it. Let YouTube know what we're talking about. This conversation right now so far has nothing to do with my opinion. It's what you guys think. And if you're watching live, we got almost 50 likes. Make sure you double tap your screen. If you're on your mobile device right now, hit that freaking like button. How you do it? You double tap your screen. If I'm on the widescreen format on your computers, there's the thumbs up button. On this, double tap your screen. Whoever, if you guys understand, we spin the wheel, okay? As soon as we get to 100 likes, we're spinning that wheel, giving out some money. Just telling you right now, as soon as we get to 100 likes, we're spinning that wheel, giving out some money. We're almost at 50. If you guys want to make some money today, double tap that damn screen. We're at 55 now. Here we go. Double tap that damn screen, run it up. Now, why was that important? Why did I show that clip? Because Diddy obviously was friends with Trump, ran for, obviously the political shit got in the way, and he started hating on Trump. Now his ass is behind bars. Now he's behind bars, okay? And I have this picture here that I had to pull up behind here, and I'm like, I'm taking a look at it, and I'm like, damn. Diddy is sitting in jail right now, and he's like, shit, man, I really wish I didn't screw up this relationship. Like, I really wish I didn't do that right now. I really wish I didn't mess this up. You know what I'm saying right now? I'm just taking a look at it. I legit know right now that he wishes he didn't mess this shit up. You know what I'm saying? If you take a look at this, people are like, damn, like, you might have had a chance. But Trump said, you know what? He still has a chance. If they do it in a way where they find him guilty, but he's not really guilty, or he looks at the whole situation and says, okay, whatever, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. So let's move on to another clip I got here. Take a look at this clip. This is one where this man gets on here and explains how Diddy went wrong. I want you guys to tell me the truth. Do you think Diddy went wrong because he kept that single, bad boy, crazy lifestyle? If he would have gotten married and portrayed, he has kids, right? But the family, the married with kids and walking around with your kid, do you think that would have helped him at all? Take a look at this clip. A lot of people are looking at this going, this might be the realest thing they've seen in a while.